I did a straight out of camera color comparison between the Olympus E-500 equipped with a Kodak CCD sensor and the Canon G12, which also has a CCD sensor. Today we are going to do another fun comparison, this time between the Olympus E-500 with the Kodak CCD sensor and the Olympus E-420 with a live MOS sensor. The idea behind this comparison is to minimize the differences. Both cameras are Olympus models. The E-500 is from 2005 and the E-420 is from 2008. Since they are from the same brand and a relatively similar era, they should in theory have similar color signs. What we really want to know is whether the sensor difference makes any significant difference in the results. Disclaimer, this is just a fun comparison. I shot both cameras exclusively at ISO 400 using the same lens on both cameras, which is the Reconon 50mm f2. I shot at f4, f5.6 and f8. Making sure to use the same aperture for every image being compared. Both cameras were set to auto white balance and the natural color profile, which is the standard. No tweaking whatsoever. So without further ado, I'll show you the samples blindly labeled as A and B, then I will reveal which is which and summarize my thoughts about these results. Okay, can you guess? A is the Olympus E-500 and B is the E-420. What do you think? To my eyes, both cameras produce fairly similar colors, but if you look closely, you'll notice that the E-500 leans slightly toward a green tint, while the E-420 leans slightly toward magenta. The floor in these two images definitely confirms that. You can also see a slight magenta cast on the car dashboard in these two images, just slightly. You'll mostly notice this in low light conditions. For example, in this shot, you can barely notice a slight magenta cast in the sky, but it's there. These two images, on the other hand, clearly show the difference, especially since I took them after it rained. Another thing worth addressing, as I mentioned in my previous video, is that the E-500 consistently produces warmer colors with a yellowish tone, especially in low light conditions. You can notice this when the morning sun hits the tree trunk in these images. I took a couple shots with the same spot with E-420 and it consistently produced cooler tones leaning toward blue, while the E-500 almost consistently leaned toward yellow, which is warmer. So which one do you prefer? For me, overall, I like the warmer temperature of the images from the E-500, but sometimes the green tint can be a bit much, which makes me prefer the E-420 in certain situations. As for the actual cameras, the E-420 is definitely easier to handle. The viewfinder is way brighter than the one on the E-500. I think the screen doesn't really help much when it comes to ensuring your images are in focus. I've heard that the E300 has a better viewfinder, so that might be a solution if you really into that Kodak made CCD sensor. I also wonder if the E400, another camera with a Kodak made sensor, has the same bright viewfinder as the E420. But again, this is just a fun comparison. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hope you got something out of this. See you in the next video. Keep snapping and keep it budget tight. Au revoir.